And
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stephen Decatur High School. Tonight's matchup is between the Queen Anne's County Lions and your Stephen Decatur Seahawks. First, let's meet the starters for the visiting Lions. Number 3, Brian Molesky. Number 6, Tyler Christ. Number 7, Jamison Kendall. Number 9, Ryan Lee. Number 11, Tanner Lyon. Number 15, Brett Bast. Number 18, Sam Yetman. Number 19, Charlie Schmidt. Number 23, Gannon Brown. And number 29, Conlon Nagel. Now, let's meet the starters for your Steve Decatur Seahawks. Number 2, Declan Horan. Number 10, Brody Lynch. Number 11, Ashton Clark. Number 1, Owen Sperry. Number 3, Trey Strickler. Number 21, Jack Brady. Number 20, Gunnar Kettner. Number 23, Ashton March. Number 22, John Foner. Number 4, Graham Geyser. Would everyone please stand for the playing of the national anthem?
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Robert G. Knox Field here at Lewis H. Taylor Stadium. Tonight we got a very good matchup between the Queen Anne's County Lions and the Steve Decatur Seahawks. My name is AJ Patton. I'm joined alongside my partner, as always, Sean McChrystal. And Sean, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm amped up after just doing the PA. I hope it didn't hurt your guys' ears too bad.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
On the season, Queen Anne's coming in 4-1. Only loss was their first official game of the year versus St. Peter and Paul, which is not a bad loss at all. St. Peter and Paul is a very good team. And the Seahawks on the season 6-1. with their only loss being on the road against Kent Island, 14-13 on a last-second goal. So it should be a very good game tonight.
Yes. Should be closer than the North Carolina game we called.
As Brody Lynch wins the face-off to start out. So this will definitely be the toughest game at home to start the season for the Seahawks. On the road, the toughest was definitely, and overall, was Kent Island. But home-wise, this will be the toughest game of the year so far on the season.
And, you know, usually we don't give score updates this early in the season or in the game, but the baseball team is beating Sherwood right now, 2-1 in the 7th inning with, I think, 1 out. That would be a huge win for the baseball team.
Oh, yeah.
Sherwood's been a powerhouse for a long time.
It would be a very big win. Starting out in this game, you can see, and for the fans in attendance, it is very windy outside. About gusts up to about 35 miles an hour. Overall wind between 10 and 15, I'd say. So ball will be flying around a lot tonight. Look for a lot of turnovers in this game, I would assume.
Yeah, it might be a low-scoring game if I were to have to guess.
All that, and there's already a time violation on Queen Anne's. So Geyser fires way over the goal. My goodness.
I think the wind might have had something to do with that one.
That just went over the first fence on the other side of the field. That's incredible. Second shot of the game. Like I was saying, the wind will play a key factor in this game. So Queen Anne's getting it past half here. As Lyon with it. Lyon gets pushed out of bounds, and it'll go Seahawks' way. Another turnover for Queen Anne's early. If they want to win this game, they got to eliminate as many turnovers as possible. So far sideline, Mills with it. Now feet up. Geyser wide open. Had a shot there for a second.
Should have shot that one right there.
So Popolowski with it, gives to Mason. Popolowski and Mason both having solid seasons so far. And honestly, overall, the Seahawks offense this season has been amazing, averaging about 24 goals a game.
That's just incredible.
Insane. With 2 D1 commits on the team as well, and John Foner and Ashton March as well. Mason, bounce shot there to the left of the pipe. So I feel like whoever wins this game is going to be the team who controls the time of possession and has the best communication as well. I feel like timing in this game and making those good passes is going to be the team who wins this.
Yeah, we might see a little more shots in the inside today with all the wind.
As Mason spin move fires and scores. Seahawks get on the board first, as they've done all season long. 1-0, 9:35 left here in this first quarter.
Yeah, great shot, really. That was a difficult angle, I would say. You know, you always like to get on the board first, get the momentum.
Working through the interior as well, that solid so far interior defense of Queen Anne's. Parker Mason with the great spin move, making some space to get that shot off. So good start for Decatur. They've gotten off to these good starts all season long. So face off once again between Lynch and Ryan as well. Lynch wins at that time once again. So March with it. He gives to Popolowski.
I tell you, with this wind blowing, AJ, I'm glad we're up here.
It's cold outside too. Not only is it windy, but it's very cold. It's about mid-50s out there. It's been like this all day. Honestly, it's going to be a windy weekend, looks like, as well. Not very good news, but it will be pretty warm though. As Mason spins, now drops inside, looking for a second goal of the game, and he's got it. Parker Mason out to a great start in this game. Just over 3 minutes in.
Yeah, he's really doing it all right now. He's making a lot happen, doing a great job. Queen Anne's yet to set up anything on offense.
Yet to really get a possession on offense either.
They've had a couple time violations.
That, and like we've said, Brody Lynch as well. Amazing on the faceoff. It feels like every single game since last year he's been improving.
Yeah, last year he sort of struggled, but I feel like he worked on it in the offseason and came in much better.
A little bit at the start, yeah. Got better as the season went on. He's a force to be reckoned with on the faceoff. There's another one again, his third faceoff win of the game. So now Foner with it, far sideline, the St. Joe's commit. Look for John Foner to have a big game tonight. The Seahawks want to have a solid win, I'd say, tonight. John Foner is going to have a big game. In that case, I'd say expect a hat trick from him. I feel like he's been averaging that this entire year.
Really great ball movement here.
Now Popolowski just off the bottom right post. Another solid shot on goal. Seahawks going to run a little bit of full field press here. Trying to give this Queen Anne's offense some troubles. There's a great double team by Geyser and Popolowski. And a steal by the Seahawks. Trey Strickler with it. The base side defensive player of the year last year. Showing it off there. Geyser, feet inside. Foner just lost it for a second. Ball's rolling around. Strickler scoops it up. A defenseman on offense. He'll get back. Excellent defense so far by Decatur.
Yeah, they're really doing a terrific job.
Nice swim move there. Feet inside. Look at that bounce shot. A rolling shot there as well. Popolowski bowls it into the goal. 3-0 already.
Yeah, you can't really ask for a much better start here if you're the Seahawks. I mean, you're doing everything right. Great defense, great offense. Great job on the face-offs.
It's now face-off once again between Cash Ryan and Brody Lynch. Lynch looking for his fourth face-off win of the game already. Yeah, this is an incredible start. Dream start. You know, if you're Coach Hoffman, got to be pretty happy with your boys right now. So face off. Ball's up. Lynch wins it once again. Now gives to Foner. The Seahawks team all around, I should say, has came to play today. At least so far. You can tell they're prepared for this game. It feels like they're just a step ahead of Queen Anne's right now.
Yeah, it seems like they came out with a lot more energy.
Yeah, the energy's been there all season long for the Seahawks. As Mason with it.
I think they're really eager to win. You know, the past couple of years they've had some heartbreaking losses in the playoffs. I think they're tired of the narrative that they are just a regular season team.
Look at Foner firing over the goal. That's Foner's money shot right there. Just couldn't connect that time. And, you know, this Seahawks team with major aspirations to go to the state championship this year. And they definitely can. They have the team to do it. I'd say the most hope to go to the state championship in a while for the Seahawks team. They've got all the key pieces. It just matters of putting it all together. Ball's rolling around right in front of the arc. And Foner scoops it up, stays with it there for the Seahawks. Now he's going to reset, set something up on offense here. Wide open feet inside. Turnaround shot there by Geyser. That was tough.
He tried to bounce it in.
All in one motion as well. Ball rolls out of bounds, and Queen Anne's will get it back here. Try and get it past midfield. Queen Anne still has not gotten it past midfield yet.
Yeah, they haven't set up anything.
The Seahawks defense full field press once again. Just relentless defense so far. But there it is past midfield for the first time today for Queen Anne's.
Let's see if Queen Anne's can set something up here.
As that's Chris with it, far sideline. Now gives to Lyon. So first time for Queen Anne setting up their offense here. We'll see what they go with. Already down 3-0. It's going to be key for Queen Anne's to get a goal here. Do not want to fall behind against this talented Seahawks team.
Yeah, I think they're trying to work the clock a little bit. They don't want to get too far behind at the end of the first quarter.
Nagel drives it on Mason. Great check here by Mason as well and a push. Now tries to get it to the middle, and a great steal by Owen Sperry. Now Owen Sperry on the fast break. Seahawks have numbers here. Sperry gives to Geyser, feet inside, deflects off Queen Anne's stick. Is that deflected off of Bass's stick? Tried to get that to Foner. He was wide open inside. But Seahawks will reset here. Kind of shocked. Maybe Foner could have went up there and set a screen for March. We saw that a decent amount last year. Foner making plays for March, and March making plays for Foner. But Mills, nice swim move there. Fires to the left of the pipe. The ball rolls out. Decatur will stay with it.
This game's moving at a pretty good pace, I would say.
It is. Very, very fast pace so far. Both teams love it, though. Nice wrap around there. Just couldn't finish there is March. And Queen Anne's going to take over here. Decatur getting a lot of shots on goal so far.
Yeah, Queen Anne's yet to have a shot on goal.
Now still trying to get it past midfield here.
This is risky.
And a great steal, possibly by the Seahawks here. Just a smack of the stick by Geyser. They're going to call foul there on the Seahawks. So Queen Anne's will stay with it. Still trying to get it past midfield here, and they do. Geyser in front of there staying back. Deflecting that away. Bidding for a steal. Just couldn't get it. So Queen Anne's now, because Chris with it. So Queen Anne's offense so far looks to be pretty slow moving. They look to go pass by pass. Surprised I haven't seen somebody cut inside yet, though.
Yeah, it's very stagnant, very stationary. They're not really it looks like they want to go a lot of one-on-ones, but that's not really working with the athleticism of the Seahawks here.
Yeah, especially with Strickler there, but Lyon gets around it, fires and scores.
Now that was a nice move.
That was very nice. Great dodge by Tanner Lyon, getting around an amazing defender in Trey Strickler and firing it in for Queen Anne's first goal of the game. They needed that bad.
Yeah, if you're the Seahawks here, you don't want to let them back in the game.
No, definitely not. So switching the face-off this time. Looks like for Queen Anne's. Lynch still on the face-off for the Seahawks. Trying to find the number here. It looks like Ryan Lee on the face-off there. Oh, my apologies. That's Hercher. Hercher on the face-off there. Queen Anne's wins it, as it was a false start there. So now Queen Anne's with a solid offensive possession can make this a 3-2 game. Just over 3 minutes left here in this first quarter.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Queen Anne's took this down to the 2:45, 2:30 mark.
You would not be surprised, especially, like we said, slower moving offense so far for Queen Anne's. Definitely hasn't been bad. So look for them to waste some time here. Try and find something. Work it around the arc possibly. As that's Yetman with it. Yeah, Queen Anne's working it around the arc. Trying to find something inside. Possibly could have seen Schmidt there set a screen to get a man inside. But Line with it. We'll reset once again for Queen Anne's. Seahawks defense right now not too aggressive. Kind of laying back a little bit.
Yeah, I think they'd like to go into the end of this first quarter with this 2-goal lead. I think they're content with that.
Yeah, that was a solid job there by Declan Horan, shifting his feet, trying to get an angle on that shot. Queen Anne's had a man there inside for a minute. So Hercher with it. And now feeds to Yetman. Yetman. That's a great check right there by the Seahawks. I mean, Strickler with this very aggressive defense so far. Just bidding for a steal once again. But Schmidt now working it around. So he gives to Yetman. Queen Anne's wasting 1.5 minutes here on this possession.
Yeah, this is one of the longest possessions I've seen.
Yeah, there's a nice push by Greg. Queen Anne's trying to stay with it. Ball's rolling around, and Queen Anne stays with it. That would have been a huge steal for the Seahawks there. So now Queen Anne's will reset for the third time now as possession, after almost turning the ball over.
Yeah, Queen Anne's is going to want a goal late here in this first quarter. They want to go down only down 1 at the end of the quarter. So I'd expect them to take this down to 30 seconds. They don't want to leave much time for the Seahawks to get a quick goal.
Yeah, great defense here by Greg on Lyon. Now Lyon on X, working it around the crease. Fires to the right of the post. Another solid interior possession there on defense for the Seahawks. Double teaming Lyon and making it tough. It's Chris with it. He's going to try and get inside. Now he'll reset. 35 seconds to go in this first quarter. Yetman with it. Now Yetman spins. And now feeds inside. Chris with it. Now big hit there by Gio Gregg. And Ashton Clark scoops it up. 15 seconds left now in this first quarter. Ashton Clark. Seahawks have numbers. Feeds inside. Tries to get to Geyser. Graham Geyser scoops it up. Feeds. Popolowski gets a push. Drives inside. Fires. Bounce shot way over the goal. 2 seconds left. Got to get something inside here if you're Decatur. Super fast. Feeds. Geyser fires to the right of the post. That was close to being a buzzer beater. But the Seahawks going into the second quarter up 3-1 over the Lions. We'll be right back with you. All right, coming back to you now, start of the second quarter. And what has been a decent game so far. Seahawks up 3-1 over the Lions. And Sean, like I always ask you once again at the start of the second quarter, what are your thoughts on this game so far?
I think the Seahawks are doing a really good job defensively and offensively. There's not much more you could ask for. The reason they don't have more goals is because Queen Anne's held the ball for about the last 5 minutes of the quarter.
No, very smart. Queen Anne's going slow on offense when they get it. So consecutive face-off wins, like right there, Brody Lynch winning the face-off once again, will be big for the Seahawks, because they can now control the pace of this game. So Sperry with it on offense. Seahawks fans are looking for a hold there, and that's what they're going to call. So Foner now will start the Seahawks offense. Surprised we haven't seen a goal from him yet, though, I'll say that.
Yeah, he's been, in the games that we have done, he's been missing his shots really high.
For the most part so far, he has, yeah. Especially with the win today, once again. Just not a great combo. Especially John Foner gets a lot of speed on his shots. Feet inside, wide open, Popolowski.
Oh, that was a really good save.
That was a great save by Molaski. Molaski not having a terrible game so far. Great check here by the Seahawks. And it's going to go Let's see what we're going to call here. Going to go Queen Anne's way. They're going to call push down the Seahawks. Just
yeah, it looked like
triple team.
It was getting pretty physical over there.
Yeah. Triple team on Brian Patrick. It's now far pass. That's a dime.
Oh, it hit off his helmet.
Hit off his helmet, yeah. Hit off Tanner Lyons' helmet, and the Seahawks steal it away.
That's
now far sideline.
That's a big mistake there for Queen Anne's. So we're going to have a timeout, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like timeout by the Seahawks here. With 10:48 left here in the second quarter. Early timeout in this quarter. Seahawks up 3-1 over the Lions. All right, we are back after that timeout by Coach Hoffman. Wanted to reset there for the Seahawks. Felt like they were a little bit flustered. Got it past midfield there, but was a little bit out of control. 10:48 left here in the second quarter. The Seahawks up 3-1. So for the first time this game, Sean, I'll ask you, what are you looking for from the Seahawks in this possession?
You know, I think they're going to go to Foner. He hasn't scored yet. They usually like to get him on the board early. So.
Yeah, we'll see Mills with it in ISO. Nice swim move there and a face dodge. But he's going to back it out and give to X. March with it. Loves to create plays on the X. Works around the crease. Fires just off of Maluski's stick. Another save there from Molesky. Played some solid defense so far. March with it once again with a second try. March on X. Works. Gives to Mason. Oh, excuse me. Gives to Mason. Foner. Face dodge once again. Fires to the left of the post. Foner so far just a tad off on his shot. Not taking bad shots so far.
The wind might have something to do with that.
Again, yeah. We'll see. Might just taking a minute to get going. So Mason with it right in front of the 30-yard line. Looking for an ISO again. Feeds inside. One-handed grab by March. Ball's rolling around and scooped up by Molesky.
Queen Anne's is having trouble catching the ball.
Yeah, Patrick with it. Still trying to get it past midfield here. Seahawks once again, full field pressure here. Trying to deny any easy passes up. Molesky with it. That's going to be another time violation. The Seahawks defense so far has been amazing. Queen Anne's not aware of that 30-second timer.
I think what they might need to do better, or what they might consider doing, is when the goalie gets it to have him play out of the crease a little more. You know, I've seen, this was a funny story for you. It was the Salisbury-Christopher Newport game a couple Saturdays ago, and the goalie came down and shot a shot. And mind you, this was the first quarter.
Pause real quick. Mason, once again. Score is now another 3-goal lead here for the Seahawks for the second time this game. Getting that goal back, it's 4-1. Now Mason with a hat trick.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
Continue.
Anyway, he made a save, and instead of passing it, he just kept running and almost scored.
That's incredible. Yeah, the goalie just taking it himself there. Wow.
So I'm not saying that's what the Queen Anne's goalie should do, but maybe he should
play out the crease a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah. Staying in the crease for most of this game. Possibly start working out and try and find some better passes. But that time it's a face-off win. One of the few today for Queen Anne's. Almost a turnover there. They stay with it. Now we're going to have a timeout here by Queen Anne's. We'll set up their offense. 8:54 left here in the second quarter. And the All right, now coming back to you after the second timeout in this game. That time called by Queen Anne. Seahawks up 4-1 over the Lions.
Yes, and score update for you, Decatur baseball. They defeated Sherwood.
Huge win.
2-1.
Yeah, that is a massive win for the Seahawks.
I believe Nate Brzezowski threw a complete game.
Was their toughest game of the season so far?
Some are calling it the game, best game in the state.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Huge win. So Queen Anne's looking for something here. Nagel with it. They're falling behind early. Nice spin move there on Sperry, getting checked the entire time. The York commit not giving up. Bad pass there. Ball's kicked. And Marsh scoops it up. Now Seahawks can go the other way. Wide open just in front of Graham Geyser's stick. Most likely would have been an easy goal there. Was one-on-one with Molesky.
That pass was a little bit out in front. Now, with Queen Anne's down 3 goals here, I'm interested to see if they're going to take it so slow on offense.
Yeah, and like you were saying, Molesky's starting to come out of the goal here a little bit.
Maybe they can hear us.
So far, I feel like Molesky definitely needed to. Brian Molesky. He was staying in the goal once again for most of the game. Not getting the best shots. And that time, Queen Anne's clears it. So I think Molesky, when he has the ability to come out of his goal, I think he should. Trying to find a better pass to avoid that 30-second time violation.
Looks like Queen Anne's going to take it slow.
Yeah, Chris with it on the 41-yard line.
You know what I would like? I would like a shot clock implemented in Maryland.
That would be nice, yeah. Because, teams can just pass it around for 3 minutes. It all depends on if the defense is aggressive. Right now, Seahawks laying back here a little bit. So, Queen Anne's can just pass it around as much as they want. Waste some time off this clock. Keep the Seahawks offense on the other side of the field. And control the pace of this game, which is what you want to do on the road. In this kind of environment. Can be a very tough environment to play here. Especially for Queen Anne's, solid team on the year. But controlling their pace and going the speed they want will be their key. Solid check here by Kettner. Queen Anne stays with it. As Moore with it. Now, bad pass there. Trying to get to Chris, who was just in front of his stick, and the Seahawks will take over. 6:26 left to go here before half. Just a bad mistake there for Queen Anne's. Had a chance to make this a 4-2 game. Get some confidence. Just one bad pass like that, and they are playing defense again. Greg, great job getting around that check there. Avoids another check, and now he clears it.
Yeah, Decatur's doing a really great job. Everywhere.
Yeah, Geyser with that long stick in his face gives to Foner.
I think they'd like to get a goal here and force Queen Anne's to play a little bit faster.
Yeah, put all the pressure on Queen Anne's is the Seahawks' goal here. But the Seahawks offense loves to move fast. Popolowski spins back on the arc. Could see a screen here by Bucksbaum, and there it is. Popolowski takes it on the right side. Popolowski gets around defender, gets poked in the face, fires right in front of the goal. Solid job there by Molesky to jump in front of that shot. And now Molesky coming out of his goal.
See, right there, I think he should have just ran with it.
Bad pass there. Tried to get it to Bowden Bludgett. Just in front of his stick, and the Seahawks taking back over here once again. So march with it. Now Popolowski can control the pace of the Seahawks offense.
Yeah, Queen Anne's is making a lot of mistakes right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have so far.
This game sort of feels like Decatur's up a lot more than 3.
Yeah, so far it's been a very defensive game. Lowest scoring game so far for Decatur, but again, it's really because they haven't gotten the ball too much. Wide open there is Bucksbaum. Just couldn't control it. March rebounds there. Now on X. That's a great move. Feet inside. Tried to get it in the middle there to Gavin Geyser. And it's stolen away by the Lions. And now pass up. Lions don't have numbers here. They're going to slow it down a little bit. Gets it poked away. There's a lot going on. You know, both teams going pretty fast here. It's going to go Seahawks' way. Ball's on the ground there for about 10 seconds. But Mason with it. This would be big here for the Seahawks if they can take a 5-1 lead, especially with just over 4 minutes left here before half. See what they set up. Bucksbaum with it. Now in the 30. Working against Bludgett. Drives inside. Gets it poked away. Ball's up. And a save there by Molesky, not letting it go on the goal. Now Bludgett with it. Just got punched there. It looked like by Foner. And Bludgett clears it. Queen Anne's this time does have numbers. Bludgett gives to Christ. Christ didn't have a shot, so he's going to reset now.
Queen Anne's has had a lot of time of possession, but they haven't shot many shots.
Yeah, probably could take some more shots than they have been. They've been open for, a second or two. They just haven't pulled the trigger on the shot. But if you want to come back, definitely got to start pulling the trigger there. So Chris with it. But look for Queen Anne's to try and take more shots. Once again, they've had some opportunities. But Line with it. Now gives to Chris. Chris looks to drive inside here. Great check there by Kettner. Trying to steal it away. Seahawks looking to lock down here in the middle.
Queen Anne's is going to need a goal here.
Definitely.
For how slow they're playing.
This is a tough matchup here for Schmidt on Sperry. Feeds off, now Lines on X. Nice spin move there on Kettner. Tries to feed inside, hit off the back of the goal. And then definitely a wraparound shot there. It was tough to tell. It looked like hit off the back of the goal for a minute. Queen Anne, solid job there to stay with it.
Yeah, if you're the Seahawks here, you're going to want to win this face-off. You don't want to let – because if Queen Anne's gets the face-off, they're going to take this clock all the way down.
Yeah. Just 2:37 remaining for half. Definitely a little bit of a crazy possession there for the Lions. Passed it around. Try to find something inside. Both of Queen Anne's goals so far have come on, I'd say, difficult offensive possessions. Hasn't really been consistent, I should say, for the Lions.
Yeah, I feel like the Seahawks need to do a better job on offense.
Yeah.
Capitalize on some of their opportunities.
Yeah, this would be a big face-off win for the Seahawks here. Pardon me, if they can control it. Got to get that goal back for Decatur. And Lynch wins it. As he gets around Ryan. And now Lynch looking to take it all himself. Now he's going to feed off. March with it. And now Ashton Clark. I'd say now look for Foner here. He's taking some shots on goal. Hasn't connected on one yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Could
He's been in the general area, but I think he might have found his groove.
So Popowski gives to Mason. Just under 2 minutes remaining now before half. At times been a fast-moving game, but other times been a slow-moving game. Seahawks looking to get a goal back once again. Bounce shot there to the right of the post by Graham Geyser. Foner closest to it. Seahawks should stay with it. Maybe we could see a John Foner ISO here. He likes to wrap it around. There's a spin move, Foner. There it is. Fires right off the post. Rebound, another fire to the right of the post that time. That looks like by Mills. Yes, it is. Wow, that is, once again, his money shot.
Yeah, Seahawks
his closest shot of the game.
Seahawks had an empty net there on the rebound. They should have capitalized on that one.
So Molesky with it. Queen Anne's now on the flip side with a solid offensive possession here. Can make it a one-goal game going into half, which feels crazy to say because, honestly, this game could be a 5-goal game. Great check there by Foner. Let's see what we're calling here. Looks like timeout. Yeah. Timeout by Queen Anne's looks like. So minute 13 here before half. Seahawks are 4-2 over the Lions. We'll be right back. All right, coming back to you. Minute 13 left for half. Queen Anne's in possession, still trying to get it past midfield here. Which Lion does, just bowls right through March there.
Yeah, now they might take this to the end of the quarter here. Only a minute left.
Solid push there by Ashton Clark.
And, you know, Queen Anne's can cut this to a 1-goal lead.
They really can, yeah. Just one decent offensive possession will give Queen Anne's momentum going into halftime, which, again, feels crazy to say. Yeah, this has been a very defensive matchup so far. Yetman now feeds off. Brady looking for a steal here. Now feed inside, wide open. Chris couldn't scoop it up. Ball's rolling around. Strickler trying to get it. Ball's still rolling around. Got to be careful stepping in the crease here. If you're Queen Anne's,
no goal.
No goal. Stepped in the crease. Like I said, had to be careful stepping in the crease there. Queen Anne's gets it back off the steal there by Ryan Lee. Now 10 seconds left here. Chris fires. Nice save by Haran. Now far pass up. Goes into the stick of Molesky there. Brian Molesky. And that'll do it for the first half. Very defensive first half as we go into halftime with the Seahawks at 4-2 over the Lions. All right, coming back to you now. Start of the second half, and the Seahawks up 4-2 over Queen Anne. Sean, I'll ask you at the start of the second half, what are your keys for both teams for the rest of this game?
Well, for Queen Anne's, I think they need to keep taking it slow. That's been working for them. And then for the Seahawks, they need to do a better job on offense. They've been missing some opportunities, but they're doing good on the face-off.
So far they have been. Brady Lynch doing a great job today. Another face-off win there. Clark trying to stay with it, and he does. That was risky. Strickler kind of rolled it there to Clark, and he almost lost it. So Seahawks, Queen Anne's going a little bit of full field press here. Tried to get it up. It's Popolowski. It's right in front of his stick. And Queen Anne's takes over. And Molesky with it. So Seahawks have not turned this full field press, which they've been running, honestly, for the entire game.
Yeah, and it's been working.
Defense. Yeah. Pressuring Queen Anne's the entire time. Is Nagel with it. Now he's going to slow it down. You know, like you were saying, so far, Queen Anne's offense going at the pace they like, and that is slow. Slow-moving offense. Trying to find the best shot. That almost went past the line there.
Yeah, that was close.
That was very, very close. So line with it. Now gives to Schmidt. Queen Anne's working around the arc here. It's Nagel with it. Nagel, solid defense here by Sperry. It's been a solid matchup today. Nagel versus Sperry. Sperry pokes it away. Sperry scoops it up. And now rolls it to Horan to reset. Amazing defense by the York commit, Owen Sperry. So Horan with it. Now coming out of his goal. A little bit risky here.
Yeah, we usually don't see him do this.
But they get it past midfield.
Horan usually stays in the goal.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, he does. So now Popolowski rolls to Mason. I feel like for the Seahawks here, I know you're up by 2 goals, but this feels like a must-score possession.
They're rolling the ball back and forth a lot. Is this to pad the ground ball stats?
I guess. Coach Hoffman actually gave us some stats before the game. You know, could be that. Mason fires and scores. Mason, Parker Mason with a haul.
Oh, look at that. We got a dog in the crowd. I didn't know we allowed dogs in here.
Look at that.
That was a great shot.
Yeah. This might be Parker Mason's best game of the year. 4 goals at the start of the third quarter as well. Not much better. Can't do much better, I should say, if you're Parker Mason. Having a great game so far. So face off this time between Lynch and Hercher, and the Seahawks win it. Lynch feeds to Foner. Now Foner, Harvey was open there for a second. Foner gives to March on X. And March will wrap around the arc here, gives to Graham Geyser. There's another ground ball. Just once again, I guess, padding the ground ball stats. Popolowski with it. So he's going to wrap it around here.
Yeah, Seahawks might want to take it a little bit slow here.
Yeah, try and waste some time with a 3-goal lead. Popolowski wraps around the crease, try to get a shot there. Got triple team, and he gets through the triple team.
That was an amazing shot. Amazing effort as well.
Probably the best play of the game so far.
I think whatever Coach Hoffman's halftime speech was, it worked.
Yeah, Seahawks have come out with a lot of energy here to start this second half. And you see Luke Popolowski on the Jumbotron, the York commit. That's amazing. to get through a triple team like that. Getting checked the entire time. That's resilience right there. So fight off the face-off, and the Seahawks win it. Harvey scoops it up. And Harvey, bad pass there to Graham Geyser. Ball rolls out, and Queen Anne's will take over. And Harvey's limping a little bit here. Might have got poked in the leg there with a stick.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. One of your best defenders.
Oh,
and he just went down the far sideline. That's not great for the Seahawks. Hopefully he's all right. So now Queen Anne's on the offensive side. Looking for their first goal here the second half. Haven't gotten too many offensive possessions so far, really at all. Second time setting up here in the second half. As Yetman with it. Getting checked the entire time here by Strickler.
Yeah, it looks like the Seahawks are forcing Queen Anne's to move a little bit faster.
And now bounce shot there. Nice save by Haran. Queen Anne stays with it. Now push by Jack Brady. Brady trying to stay with it. Ball's rolling around the near sideline. Couple bodies going down. Sperry got put on his back there. So I see both teams at the start of the second half coming out with some energy here.
Yeah, I like it. You know, the first half was kind of flat. You know, a lot of standing around. Now they're getting a lot more movement going on.
That, and it looks like this Queen Anne's offense is a little more in a panic mode now, I'd say. Third quarter, but down by 4 goals. Definitely got to move a little bit faster here and avoid the turnovers, like right there. Strickler scoops up the bad pass and gets it past midfield. And now Graham Geyser with it. Could find something here. Gives to Popolowski. He just missed it there. Mason trying to save it. Yeah, it's going to go Queen Anne's way. That was not good there. Now wide open.
Now they're not getting back on defense.
Wide open. Another save there by Haran. Great save. He was in a 1-on-3 situation. And Sperry scoops it up and now gives to Popolowski, who has trouble with it, but he stays with it. I think Seahawks could probably just take a deep breath here, slow it down, reset.
Yeah, definitely the past
get a good shot.
minute's been just back and forth turnovers.
And now they're going to roll it once again. Now to Mills with it. And gives to Popolowski. Declan Haran at the start of the second half, honestly playing amazing so far. 2 really tough saves, especially that last one. Again, 1-on-3. But Popolowski spins around, and it hits off Molesky's leg. On the opposite end, solid save there from Molesky. Was a low shot as well. It can be very tough to stop. But now pass up just over the head of Hunter Kelly. The Seahawks take over. Mason, nice swim move. Now getting checked the entire time. And gives to March. Now Seahawks with a reset, and they get a second chance here. Mills with it. So Mills now looking to go ISO. Fires and scores. Stings to the bottom of the right corner. And the Seahawks take a 5-goal lead, up 7-2, with 5:27 left here in this third quarter.
Yeah, these low shots are really effective. It's hard to stop.
That and Decatur's starting to pull away here. You know, we were asking the question, would the Seahawks come out in the second half with more energy than they did in the first half? That is a resounding yes. So far, on a 3-0 run right now. In the second half. Now Lentz trying to scoop it up. Smacks Ryan's stick and it works. Greg trying to stay with it. This would be big for Queen Anne's to scoop it up, and they do. There's now Nagel getting pushed on the ground. Now Strickler scoops it up. Great defense once again by the Seahawks. It's been amazing all day. Guys are working through the double team, getting checked the entire time, and there's a flag. Delay penalty this time. Foner. So great chance here for the Seahawks to score. Either way, even if they don't score here, we'll have a man up. This is where for the Seahawks you can really, if you haven't yet, take control of this game. Now feed Mills. Spins around, fires just to the right of the post that time. Was looking for the same shot that he got his last goal on.
Let's see how long this penalty is for.
That's what we're waiting for.
Seahawks need to capitalize on this man-up opportunity. Talk about it in hockey all the time.
Looks like number 9, Ryan Lee, with the penalty.
You talk about it in hockey all the time with power play. How crucial it is to capitalize there. Seahawks would like a goal here.
So Seahawks with a man up here. So it's like Ryan Lee in the penalty box. This is where if you're Decatur, you got to score. These opportunities, you can take a 6-goal lead here. Now Mason spins around. Foner fires and scores. Foner's on the board, getting his first goal of the game. And a huge one at that, with a 6-goal lead now for the Seahawks. Decatur with all the momentum right now.
They're halfway to running clock.
Wow, what a way to start this second half.
Yeah, really doing a great job. Coming out with a lot more energy. A lot more heart.
Yeah, 4:14 left to go in this third quarter. Yeah, I mean, you said it. A lot of heart so far in the second half of the Seahawks. Lynch trying to win another face-off, and he does. Brady Lynch has been incredible today, ladies and gentlemen. Winning practically everything. Now trying to take it himself. Maybe not the best decision there, but Seahawks will stay with it as March comes behind to scoop it up. But, yeah, Brady Lynch has been amazing today.
Yeah, absolutely. Winning almost every face-off. Doing a great job.
So March now back up. This is where, if you're the Seahawks, not too worried about the running clock. Obviously, still a 6-goal lead. Long way to go for that. Maybe could slow it down here, waste some time. Get some time off this clock. Could waste most of the time left in this third quarter. But March with it now on the 20-yard line. March looking for an ice out. There it is. March gets inside. Was a tough shot there. Got pushed down as well. Couldn't convert. But Foner with the rebound. And Foner now wraps it around, looking for a second goal. Just couldn't get there. Got deflected right into his stick. Now fires and scores. Second time was the charm there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's his signature shot right there.
Foner's got back-to-back goals. Now the Seahawks with a 7-goal lead with 3 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Going to start calling that goal the John Foner.
The John Foner special.
Yep. When he needs a goal, he does it every time.
They're going to start calling him Foner Frenzy. So face-off between Lynch and Cash Ryan. Been the face-off for 90% of this game. Ryan having trouble stopping Brady Lynch. And he's got another face-off win. Brady Lynch. Wow. So now he's got it. Trying to get to a double team there. Gets it stripped away. And Queen Anne's takes it. I got to get past half here. As Patrick, great strip by Graham Geyser. And Greg with it. Fires. Let one rip there. Couldn't fire it in. Look at Gio Greg, a defender there, taking it on offense. His one shining moment. So Patrick almost another strip away for Graham Geyser. Been very aggressive on defense in this past minute. But Patrick gives to Kendall. Kendall Now feed. Lion with it. Haven't seen much of him in the second half. Was a conductor of this Queen Anne's offense in the first half. But Schmidt with it. Now feeds to Lion. And Lion working on Mason here. He's going to give it off. But Queen Anne's wasting some time here. I feel like for the Lions, you got to go a little bit quicker.
Absolutely.
No time to waste. But Schmidt with it. Now reset again. Yetman now Schmidt tries to stay with it, and Strickler scoops it up. Now Strickler on the fast break. This feels like Strickler's moment. He's going to give it off. Now wide open. March fires and scores. Textbook communication and fast break off the steal for the Seahawks on that time. That time, I should say. 10-2. Minute 17 left in this third quarter.
Wow is all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, that was practically a 5-on-2 there for the Seahawks. Once again, just great communication. Zero selfishness on that possession. Just finding the open man was the key. And it was Ashton March wide open. Man, this game went from 4-2, looking like a solid game in the second half, to the Seahawks just absolutely pulling away.
Yeah, I think it, whatever Coach Hoffman said was very impactful.
Yes, Brady Lynch wins another face-off there. Making his case for best face-off man in the entire Bayside. But Clark with it gets it stripped away. Graham Geiser comes behind and scoops it up. Staying with it for the Seahawks. Mills with it. It's going to be a turnover there for the Seahawks. Queen Anne's taking over. So Lance Arnold with it. Gets through a double team. Got pushed there as well. Geiser almost got a steal there. Couldn't cross that midline, though. As Nagel just getting double teamed and checked in his back the entire time. Gives to Yetman. Now Lyon. Queen's working around the arc. This is a must-score possession for Queen Anne's. A dire need of goal. 14 seconds left now in this quarter. Not sure if they realize it. Lyon now. Looking for an ISO. Got 6 seconds here. Lyon works it inside. Gets off the shot and scores. Stings the bottom of the left corner for the buzzer beater to end the third quarter. As we go into the fourth with the Seahawks dominant quarter, up 10-3 of the Lions. All right, coming back to you now, start of the fourth quarter. Seahawks dominance is all I got to say in that third quarter. 6-1 run in that third, taking control of this game.
Yeah, they came out and played with a lot of energy and a lot of heart there in that third quarter. See if they can keep it up here in the fourth.
Yeah, speaking of having a lot of heart, Brody Lynch, I guess, have been amazing today on the faceoff. Looking to get another win. And he does. If he can scoop it up. Ball's getting rolled around. Clark falls. As long as the ball's been on the ground this game. And that time Sperry comes away with it, eating checks. Now it gets pushed to the ground, and Queen Anne's comes away with it. Ryan Lee with the scoop up. That was going to go Seahawks away. That was a foul there on Queen Anne's. I was going to say Sperry was getting checked the entire time. I looked like I hit in the helmet there with a stick. Incredible. I'd say the ball was on the ground there for what? 12, 13 seconds?
Yeah, definitely.
Longest the ball's been on the ground this game. Off the faceoff.
Seahawks might just waste time on this offensive possession.
Oh, there's a bad pass there.
Yeah.
So Molesky. Now Queen Anne's going the other way. This is start of the fourth quarter, but for Queen Anne's, this is now or never. Got to go quick. Nice deflection there by March.
Open net right now.
Case for defensive play of the game. March gets stripped from behind. That was a huge strip. That was a line there with the strip. Queen Anne's will take over. Couple possession changes here to start this fourth quarter. And Molesky with it. Now a reset for Queen Anne's. As Bludgett with it, now gives back to Molesky. Now Queen Anne's far sideline. Still trying to get it past midfield here. Having trouble. Bounce pass there. Gets to Yetman. And Yetman far sideline working on Harvey. Now Queen Anne's can set up their offense here.
Looks like they're still going slow. I don't think they're in a much. They're not moving with enough urgency to come back in this game.
Yeah, gotta find something inside fast. Because if not, this game is pretty much over.
And Seahawks will let them pass it around because, I mean, they're up 10-3.
Yeah.
Clock's the friend of the Seahawks right now.
Yeah, especially with this great defense that the Seahawks have been playing all day. You know, only giving up 3 goals against a solid offense in Queen Anne's. Just honestly, Lions having trouble finding any holes in the Seahawks defense today. It's been the main reason why the Seahawks are up by 7 goals right now has been their defense. Offense has been solid. Yetman fires to the right of the post. Also, the solid goalie play today by Declan Horan.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. He struggled a little bit towards the end of last year, but he seemed to come along pretty well this year.
Is that a sophomore to junior jump in the offseason? Seahawks possession here. Just under 10 minutes remaining. 9.5 to go in this fourth quarter. Like you said, the clock is the Seahawks' friend. As what a great move there by Popolowski, getting through 3 lines in eating checks. He turns the ball over, though. And now Queen Anne's with numbers here. Gets deflected by Mason. Solid deflection there. And Kenner's going to let it roll. So line with it. Couple lines checking on. Pass over the head. Looks like Yetman there, far sideline. So it feels like any chance that Queen Anne's has in coming back is depleting by the seconds because of these turnovers.
Yeah, they're really they've dug themselves a hole that they can't climb out of right now.
Yeah. Wind is still whipping out there, though. That is confirmed. You can see it on Mason's jersey. Wind's been pretty crazy all day. Yeah, Mason just wasting time here. He's going to hold it, going in ISO against the Lion. Now drives inside. Great drive. Gets deflected there. Solid defense inside with the Lions. Mills stays with it. And now March. Spin move by Foner. Feeds inside. Geyser just couldn't control it there. Had an open shot. But again, Decatur wasting more time here. Foner on X. Now he'll set up. Try and walk the tight rope here around.
Oh, great.
Look at that one move. Only one move by Graham Geyser there. Catching it, midair, fires, and scores.
Yeah, that was a really great job. Really nice find. And really an amazing shot.
All around. Without even touching the ground. It's now 11-3 now. 8:04 left. We'll pretty much put a cap on this game tonight. So face off this time once again between Ryan and Lynch. Lynch looking to win it again. And he does. Wow. That's all I got to say.
Just a dominating performance out there by Seahawks and Brody Lynch.
Yeah. All around today. March drives on the side. Now backspin there. Works around the crease. It was a tough shot there. It was at a really weird angle. Fires bounce shot there to the right of the post. Lions, Molesky takes a hit from March. Pops up into the air. Everything going right for the Seahawks here as it goes right into Bucksbaum's stick. And now Decatur can waste more time now. And March on X. Now March will take it himself. Give it back out. Didn't have a shot there inside. Popolowski. Graham Geyser was calling for it there. He was open. Maybe couldn't get it inside there. Foner fires and scores.
That was a rocket of a shot right there.
Foner's second of the game gives Decatur a 9-goal lead now with 7:03 left in this ballgame. Three more, I should say, for the running clock. Seahawks most likely won't get it.
If they do, it'll be with like a minute left.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. I'm just surprised how quickly this game turned around.
Yeah, absolutely. We were sitting here in the booth in halftime and wondering what was going on with the Seahawks.
Really, 100%. Defense was just amazing all game, but the offense in the first half was underwhelming. Not as usual, not as good as usual. But in the second half, they've turned it on offense, and they've been playing amazing in the second half. Been going back to that great offense they've been playing all season long. Once again, averaging almost 24 goals a game. We'll go down a little bit after this game. Body's off the face-off there. Sperry was on the ground, and Lynch comes away with it once again. And Lynch spins, gives to Foner. And Foner, I should say, splits through a double team. And gives to March. And March on X once again looking to set up. Six and a half remaining in this game. And March feeds inside. Geyser looks like he was almost about to go with a behind-the-back shot there. That would have been something. Gives to Foner. And screen by Mason. Foner, like a no-look passer to Popolowski, just couldn't connect.
March did the behind-the-back shot a couple times last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Prep was one of them he did it against.
Yeah, that was first game of the year. Maybe Graham Geyser taking from him a little bit. You know, tried to go. Looks like, again, could be wrong. Tried to go with a behind-the-back shot there. It's moving his stick around. And Molesky now gives Schmidt far pass up. It goes over the head of Kelly. Fight for it here, and Queen Anne's takes it. They stay with it there, retain possession. Solid checks here by Strickler, and Strickler falls. Maybe a little too aggressive there. As we're going to have a timeout now by Queen Anne's with 5:32 left in this game, and the Seahawks up by 9. All right, now back with you. 5:32 left in regulation. Seahawks up 12-3 over the Lions. And Queen Anne's in possession here. Trying to look for anything maybe to take away from this game, especially on the offensive side. For them, just getting some good takeaways from this game. Looking for the positives. Nice wraparound there, and that's a positive. That's Lyon with the goal. Great wrap around the crease there. I believe that's Lions' first of the game. Getting on the board. Now it's 12-4. Yeah. So, Sean, you know, usually I ask you this question with about 2 minutes left in the game, but I guess I'll ask you now with this game pretty much being wrapped up.
Let's hear it.
What are your takeaways from this game? I'll say for both squads.
For the Seahawks, their face-offs have been amazing, and so is their, really everything's been good except in that second quarter. That second quarter, they were really lethargic and weren't playing with much energy. And with Queen Anne's, I feel like, if they would have played this game with a little bit more pace, it might be a little closer. But really, I don't think it would have made that much of a difference because of how well the Seahawks played.
Absolutely. No, 100%. Seahawks dominated second half. Was very close in the first half. Very defensive as well. But Seahawks dominated the second half. Foner tried to stay with it there. Ball's rolling around, and Queen Anne's comes away with it. As Foner gets a steal there on Brett Bast. Lost it, got stolen away, and then stole it right back in the matter of 7 seconds. Popolowski eating checks here by Ryan Lee. Now gets it stripped away there. A great steal, pardon me, by Ryan Lee. Now he gets it poked away by Mason, and it's going to go back Seahawks' way. Seahawks may be looking for one more goal here to end this game. Foner will take it on the near sideline. So, for Queen Anne's on defense, been going a lot of checks. Foner fires and scores. Foner's got a hat trick with 4:03 left here in this fourth quarter. Well, I did say expect at least a hat trick tonight from John Foner. He gets that hat trick.
Well, that should do it.
That's the dagger, yeah. If it wasn't done already there, it is now. If it wasn't over, then it is now. Just great. Seahawks lost it a couple times during that possession. Stole it back, got knocked out of bounds, stayed with it, Just a couple possession changes back and forth there. Seahawks got it back, and solid communication there. Funner was wide open. Looks like Plumlee now in the faceoff here, and he wins it. Seahawks getting some of the role players in here, which is good to see. I get some guys some playing times. We're going to have a timeout here by Coach Hoffman with 3:52 left in this game. The Seahawks up 13-4 over the Lions. All right, now back with you. 3:52 to go in this game after another timeout there called by Coach Hoffman that time. But like I said, right before we went to the timeout, a couple role players coming back on here, or getting on the field, I should say, for the Seahawks, which, again, is good to see. But submarine shot by Ashton March, sticking that bottom of the left corner. And now a double-digit lead for the Seahawks, up 14-4 now.
Yeah, that was a really nice shot right there.
And Ashton March is now on the Jumbotron.
I like the Jumbotron graphic.
Great graphic, yeah. Got the beach in the background. A little bit of like a dark theme to it. It's got their college they're committed to as well. And to top it all off, their name and their picture. That's great.
Was it you that was clicking the buttons while I was doing the PA today, or was that Mr. Dave?
That was Mr. Dave, yeah. I was controlling some of the music.
Oh, yeah. DJ
I was doing a little bit of DJ.
Are you as good as DJ First Class?
No, not even close.
We need DJ First Class at one of these lacrosse games.
Oh, yeah. We'd invite DJ First Class up here. We have another timeout now by Queen Anne's here. 14-4, 3:14 to go. Another timeout. We'll be right back with you. All right, coming back now for a fourth time. 14-4 Seahawks. This is crazy. I heard somebody say maybe practicing some game situations here. What was the main reason why? That we're calling so many timeouts. Because, again, not much of a reason to. Maybe it's just getting some more guys in the field. As Maluski passed over the head there.
I can tell you that's not what the coach told him in the timeout.
Of Brian Patrick. The Seahawks taking over now.
Is it just me, or is the this game lasting a little bit longer than?
Yeah, it is.
This is almost 2 hour.
Well, no, we started a little bit late.
Oh, okay.
Started around 6, so it's about an hour and a half game. I think it was mainly that second quarter. That second quarter took a millennium. So ref almost just got hit there. That would have been bad if March fired a shot there. Ref was right in the way. That would not have been good. So Popolowski with it.
I think Decatur might just hold it.
And Popolowski off now. Sperry with it. And Geyser, nice move there. Bounce shot. Was looking for his first goal of the game. Wow, big check there by Foner. But speaking of Popolowski and Sperry, both having great games today. Popolowski really turned it on there at the start of the second half. Sperry was amazing on defense. Sperry and Strickler today were just fantastic on the defensive side. Pretty much unstoppable. We're checking multiple times.
Defense wins championships.
And defense wins championships. 80% of the time that Sperry and Strickler were checking, they came away with the steal.
Offense wins games, but defense wins championships. That's what they say, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Defense will always win in the end. Line with it. Sperry trying to get a steal here. Queen Anne's going to be looking for one more goal here to end this game. Just over a minute remaining. Nice spin move there. Fire to the left of the pipe. Solid defense there by Haran once again. Haran done amazing, only allowing 4 goals today. There's a Schmidt with it. Now to the right of the X. Could set up here. Lyon. Now Queen Anne's tried to get inside there. Schmidt comes away with it. Great deflection by Haran. Rebound. Whistle. It's going to stay with Queen Anne's. Schmidt almost stepped in the crease there. Queen Anne's fire. Another save for Declan Haran. I got to bring it back. Beast in the crease. That's amazing.
That's pretty clever right there.
That's amazing.
Is that what I should have introduced him as today over the PA?
That was my saying last year for Declan Haran on the boys' side, and on the girls' side, Addison McDaniel. That was my saying last year. And today I had to bring it back. I mean, he's been a beast in the crease today.
Declan Beast in the crease, Haran.
Yeah. There you go. 24 seconds remaining now.
I think this one's over, AJ.
Yeah, what a game for the Seahawks as they're going to improve to 7-1 on the season. Queen's going to drop to 4-2. There's Maluski with it. Now gets a big push from Foner. That's going to be a flag with 8 seconds remaining. Yeah, they're just going to let the clock run out. Strickler with it. They're going to call a flag here with 2 seconds left, and they're going to run the time down. As that will do it for the game tonight. A dominating win for the Seahawks, 14-4 over the Lions. My name is AJ Patton. My partner, Sean McChrystal. We say so long. Have a good night, everybody.